I've got to see It's a light day in the NBA, just 4 games on a Sunday. This year Express tour through the association.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Greetings, NBA fans. Welcome to 2K.
For anyone telling you off for all your deeds. No.
This city is glowing on this wonderful clear night. A terrific view of Cleveland right there. Everyone is in their seat here at the Quicken Loans Arena in Cleveland as the Cavaliers look to grab a win here at home. And the Knicks looking for a positive start here on their road trip. They've been playing very well lately. It's been 4 wins for them in their last 5 games.
And seeing where the Knicks are, they haven't made any of the strides they were hoping to see prior to the season. Again, hanging around at the bottom of the standings.
Yeah, it's full makeover time now, guys. I'm sure they've learned their lesson that this roster is not going to sustain any kind of success in today's NBA.
So a look at our starters for the Knicks. We've got Robin Lopez. Aflalo is out there with Calderon. Then it's Anthony. And it's Porzingis in at the 4 spot. The shot's good from Lopez.
And guys, the first year for David Blatt, he was second-guessed at every turn. And that happens when you are picked to make the finals, but also when you coach LeBron James.
Outside Anthony. And Lopez throws it down.
Carmelo Anthony showing you his passing skill there.
Cleveland's gone 2 of 2 from 3-point range here in the first quarter. On its way from Irving for 2. Offensive rebound. Lets the 3 fly. Another 3 for Cleveland.
Really good job of creating just enough space to let that one fly.
Calderon kicks to Anthony. Back to Calderon. Puts up a 3. Kept alive by New York. To the middle and stolen by Love. And now James pushing it up. No one back to stop him.
Fast break opportunities do not get any easier than that one off the steal.
Exactly. The defense really no chance to get back.
Lopez, a screen on James to the left side wing. Porzingis. That's in there. Anthony with the assist. Porzingis has got his first 2 points of the night.
Really nice way to get your first bucket of the day.
Irving's shot is good.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
Quality looks they're getting, and they're capitalizing on them, guys. They have to be happy with this start offensively.
Not sure what the D was doing there. Clearly a breakdown. You can ill afford to give a guy like him that good a look.
For 3, Smith. Another 3 for Cleveland.
all these open threes they're giving up have really been the driving force of this run.
And the points are starting to add up in a hurry, especially when you're giving up those looks from deep.
With the floater, Aflalo, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 10. Cavs were poised to make a huge run last year in the playoffs, swept the Celtics in the first round, but it cost them.
Yeah, and even though they did get that sweep, they lose Kevin Love for the rest of the way, and that put a big hurdle in their quest for the title.
Cleveland's gone a perfect 4 of 4 from beyond the arc. A lot of their points coming by way of the 3 in the first quarter. And that one's good, Irving.
That's 2 bombs in a row from long range.
Let's face it, the defense is a step slow. You've got to take away the airspace.
No denying it, injuries were a big part of the storyline in the Cavs postseason. Fortunately, LeBron James was otherworldly after the first round. Took care of the Bulls, then went on to sweep the Hawks to get back to the finals.
A different look now for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Amon Shumpert has come in for James. And it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Smith. The Knicks also changing it up. Kevin Serafin, he's checked in for Lopez. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon. And it's out of bounds. The Cavaliers able to retain possession here.
And really no choice but to lunge for that pass to make sure it didn't get through.
Yeah, and that was important. Probably would have been a quick 2 points if he doesn't get a hand on it and knock it out of bounds.
And for the Cavs last season, their toughest test would be in the finals against the Warriors. Like every other team, they just couldn't handle the Warriors for a full series. A great run to the finals, and surely they'll want to return there this season.
And slam dunk by Shumpert.
It's taken them no time to build this lead up. Great first quarter offensively.
But no time to relax here. They've got to keep the pressure on with the defense, and I think they've got to try to put this one away early.
Here's Galloway. He's coming off a 10-point game against Orlando. Sinks it, and the shot from Porzingis.
Yeah, heads-up aggressive play right there. Saw the smaller man on him and took it straight to the basket.
Now here's Shumpert. It's a 14-point game. Count the bucket.
And they're getting their points now almost exclusively from the triple. 4 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And, Greg, it's hard for me to watch this. I mean, the defense practically giving them those shots.
A shot by Anthony. Nobody around. That's good, and so Galloway with the assist.
And how about that for a response?
Well, it sounded as though, or at least it looked as though it sounded like, we'll give you a 3, and then we'll take it right back.
For the Cleveland Cavaliers, they won their last contest, that game against the 76ers.
You just have to admire the versatility they were able to display offensively.
Scoring came from every direction, all over the place. I mean, if one approach didn't work for them, they found another one that did.
There's got to be some defensive help there. I mean, the size difference is just too great.
Aflalo, no good. The Cavaliers leading by 18. Got a piece of it. And here we go with Anthony running it up the court. There's a whistle that goes on Amon Shumpert. That's his first foul. Jones checked in for Irving. Lance Thomas, he's checked in for New York. Grant comes in for Aaron Aflalo. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. The drive by Anthony. And Jones pulls it down.
The inside just a bit too congested for him to get the usual shot he would have with rhythm.
Buried from outside. But I don't know. I think we may see a review here. That was pretty close. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
And to me, guys, it looks pretty clear-cut on the instant replay. I mean, the ball was out of his hands in time. I think they'll confirm this one pretty quickly.
Well, I can't see how they'd come to any other conclusion. I mean, we have a good look at it on the replay. The clock's still ticking when it left his fingertips.
And they've taken a look at it, and they've overturned the call. They've overturned the call. They're calling the basket good, Greg.
Yeah, and that's why we have replay. I mean, to make sure the officials don't miss any calls. And really, a good job to take the second look at it. Would have been a shame if they'd been cheated out of those points.
And, of course, as we've always seen with LeBron James, it's not just about the numbers, but his tremendous
I put all the pressure on me to be better and come through for my teammates. This is the position.
Well, that there is straight talk from a man who does not pretend. LeBron James with a textbook example of how to take responsibility and lead.
And, Kevin, that's why he is the king. He doesn't say, hey, I'm just one of the 5 guys. No, he knows who he is and what he has to do. Bottom line, he's the man. Climb on my shoulders, and I'm going to take you to the promised land.
Welcome back, everyone. A lopsided first quarter in the books already as we start this second quarter. And, guys, let's get your take on the scoring breakdown for the Cavaliers.
Guys, they are dialed in from beyond right now. They didn't waste any time getting into a groove in this game.
The other thing that's helped them early tonight are the points they've been able to convert off turnovers.
And a moment now to reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. Setting the floor for the Knicks. Williams is out there with Thomas. Then there's Grant. Then there's Robin Lopez. And it's Calderon in a shooting guard. A nice shot by LeBron.
They're relying on their three-point shooting and getting pretty good results right now.
You're right. 3 of their last 5 makes are from beyond the arc.
And there's the call on James.
That's his first.
A different look now for Cleveland. Jefferson comes in for Jones. And Kyrie Irving subbed in for Matthew Dellavedova. Then for the Knicks.
We got to be more physical on defense. They are getting to the middle of the
for
floor
Grant.
way too easy. Get into them on the perimeter. Posts. Rotate over and make your presence felt. Quit being so soft.
And it's the Knicks with the ball. A follow goes in. Mozgov with the block. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Mozgov. Here's Calderon. They get it again.
You love the closeout on that possession.
Excellent defense. Active, and he made it a very tough shot for him.
And I like how he puts himself in position there to finish on the break.
Yeah, you know, that's what we call seeing and feeling the game. Excellent read of how that play was going to develop and where the ball was going. That's stuff that you oftentimes can't teach, Greg.
Cleveland leading by 20. Last season ended with the Knicks pretty much packing it in, but Clark, it didn't start out that way.
You know what? Not at all. I mean, the Knicks were picked by many, Kevin, to be a playoff team last season. Clearly, things did not go as planned.
Here's Lopez. The shot's good on the assist by Calderon. Calderon's got 3 assists tonight. To the inside and stolen by a follow. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter.
That's something they need to do more of. Get after it on the glass. Go get those boards.
Clark, it wouldn't hurt. Some extra possessions would definitely help narrow the gap and maybe swing the momentum.
Zinkis, he's checked in for the Knicks. For the New York Knicks, they come into this one following a loss to Orlando.
And, you know, you hate to use this word, but I really felt like it was a sorry effort that they put forth on the defensive side.
Boy, that's pretty harsh from you, Greg, but you're right. I mean, too many times we saw them slow to set up and get on deep or late on their rotation, and they paid a big price for it.
Jefferson passing to Smith. LeBron dishes to Irving. 5 to shoot. And yes, sir, that one drops. Irving's got 5 points now in the quarter.
And he does it again. What can you say? The defense continues to allow him to get open out there. They've got to know that he can knock down that shot. Put somebody on him.
And there's the call on Jefferson.
And the Executive of the Year award is an honor. I mean, giving yearly to the executive that was deemed to have had the best year with their roster, that is perhaps the hardest thing to evaluate.
Catching up on the changes for Cleveland. Tristan Thompson, he's checked in for Mozgov. Love comes in for Jefferson. And Shumpert in there for Smith. And then for New York, Kevin Seraphin, he's checked in for Amundsen. Anthony comes in for Derek Williams. And Langston Galloway subbed in for Jose Calderon.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
And for the Executive of the Year award, it's hard to evaluate because for GMs, Clark, it takes years of moves to reach a certain point.
Yeah, it's an annual award, but it's awarded for years of decisions, if that makes any sense. One big signing or trade isn't quite enough to win the award.
Hey, guys, Porzingis was almost a rookie last season, but he opted to pull out of the early entry and wait a year for this past summer's draft. Seems to have worked out for him as far as how his draft stock has changed.
Here's Irving. That ball finishes by Love. And it's now 26 points for Kyrie Irving.
As hot as he's been this quarter, the game plan is simple, folks. Get him the ball and get out of the way.
A different look now for Cleveland. Jones checked in for James, and it's Matthew Dellavedova in for Irving. And a switch here also for New York. Grant, he's checked in for Aaron Aflalo. Greg, you're right with Porzingis. It made sense for him to wait one more year. Clark has a lot to learn, but still comes over, as a much talked about player, a much better player than had he declared last season.
I agree with you, yet he'll still need time to develop, but all the ingredients are there. He's got a chance to be a really good player.
Yeah, the Latvian had a great shot for his height, and he'll be an interesting stretch for in the NBA.
Good call.
Well, Clark, what can you say about the Knicks last season? They had a lot of trouble on their road trips, among other things.
Well, especially on the road. I mean, only managed to get 7 road wins on the season, Kevin.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
And here's Love for 3. That one goes. Count. Love's got his second bucket of the night.
Man, that is not an easy shot right there. I mean, he had to get it off over a much taller defender.
Yeah, he needed to add just a little more loft on that one because of the size mismatch, and he did it perfectly.
And for the Knicks last season, they actually shot decently on the road. They just didn't play any defense, and that's kind of what did them in.
Lance Thomas, he's checked in for Porzingis. The Cavaliers leading by 23. And he lobs it up. Kicks it out to Love. And it's good. Assisting on the play was Dellavedova. Dellavedova's got his 4th assist in this one. Grant, right side. From about 16, that one's rebounded by Dellavedova.
Well, I think he had all the space he needed. He just couldn't find the bottom of the net.
And that one's good. Shumpert.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
So as we conclude the first half, so far fairly one-sided. Cavaliers ahead, just dominating this one. Time now for the halftime break, with the third quarter soon to follow, right here on 2K Sports.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome, everyone. We'll be taking a